In today's busy world, have you ever thought about how to make an impression that lasts? Does she value you as much as you value her, or are you just one of many options? To win a woman's love and make her remember you, you need more than just care and affection. You need patience and a strong belief system. If you're looking for a unique and effective strategy, ancient Stoicism could be the key. Stoicism isn't just an old philosophy. It's also a powerful compass that can help you find new ways to build and keep a happy relationship. Let's look at 11 interesting Stoicism-inspired tips that you can use to impress any woman, make an impression that lasts, and finally connect more deeply on your shared road to happiness. Before we start, I'd really appreciate it if you could thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. Keep reading until the end, because every point is important and could help you learn something new. Let's start. Number 1. Avoid contacting her. Guys often find themselves writing, calling, and trying to stay in touch with the woman they're interested in all the time. But here's an idea that might change the game for you. Being less open can make you much more appealing. It's not about playing games or being hard to find just for fun. It's about living by the Stoic concept of self-sufficiency. Stoicism teaches people to be self-sufficient and find happiness within themselves, instead of constantly seeking it from outside sources, like a love interest's approval or attention. When you cut down on the number of texts and calls you make, you're not just being hard to get. You're showing that you have a full and interesting life of your own. This change can make her curious and even a little jealous. She might start to wonder what he's doing. Is he busy with something interesting? Is he seeing someone else? These questions can make her think about you more and in more interesting ways. For example, let's say you used to text her every morning to wish her a good day. If you stop doing that and instead share bits and pieces of your interesting activities or accomplishments on occasion, she'll notice the difference and see you as someone who is busy and happy, not just waiting for her texts. This method also helps create a healthy dynamic where mutual interest must be balanced with respect for each other's personal lives. It makes you seem like a serious person who doesn't need constant reassurance or contact to keep interest. This independence can make you very attractive. It makes you seem like someone worth pursuing instead of someone who's always available. In a sense, by being less immediately available, you embody the Stoic ideal of self-reliance and emotional independence, making her see you in a new, more interesting way. This doesn't mean cutting off all contact. Instead, make sure that when you do reach out, it's important and shows that you have a full life. This balance can make her miss you and enjoy the times you do connect even more. Number 2. Accept her challenge. In the game of attraction, it's common for a woman to test the waters to see how interested you are. She might pull away a bit or play hard to get. This isn't just a game, it's her way of seeing how serious your intentions are. Are you really interested or just passing by? To get some ideas, let's look at this. Instead of focusing on making her your girlfriend, focus on living a life true to your values. It may sound counterintuitive, but it works. Stoics stress the importance of self-control and independence, which can be very attractive. For example, if you always agree with her or try to impress her, you might come off as too eager or desperate, which is not the point. Instead, show that you are your own person and that it's okay to have an opinion or stand firm on your beliefs. This isn't about being stubborn. It's about being sure of yourself and showing confidence. By showing that you're not just another person sucked into her charm, but someone who can stand on their own, you become more interesting to her and show that your interest is real without being too much. Stoic philosophy says that we attract what we are, not what we want. If you show independence and confidence, you'll probably meet someone who values those traits. If you stay strong and calm, she will probably become more interested in you and start to wonder what you're doing. She might even miss having you around. Remember that the goal is a balanced show of interest, not too close or too far away. You want to strike the right mix between respect and attraction, so she can't help but think about you. Number 3. Showcase your life. There is a deep truth in the world of glam that people often ignore in order to live the life that other people want them to live. This idea, which comes from Stoicism, tells you how important it is to work on yourself and live a full and interesting life. It's easy to make someone interested in you when you share parts of your life, especially when you're not with them. If he checks your social media and only sees that you're not working, it might look like it's not a big deal to you. But if your posts show how busy your life is, this could be a picture. You can enjoy a walk, a fun night out with friends, or just a few minutes of your best things. Don't just post things to fill up your feed. Tell the story of a good life. You could post a picture of yourself reaching the top of a tough trail or share highlights from a short trip. They don't have to be flashy or try to get people's attention. They just need to show that you're happy and love the world around you. Being proud or making him feel trapped is not the point. The point is to let him see into your life. You're making progress and having fun. This is a simple way to show that you welcome life, enjoy what you do and want it, which is the same thing as saying, I'm here. I'm living my best life, and most of the time I feel great. He might start to think about fashion or the fear of losing the most exciting thing in his life in why me. Part of it is getting back to basics, rebuilding yourself, and letting everything else follow the richness of your life. It makes her curious, and it lets her know that sharing your experiences with her is a simple but powerful way to make her happy, make her miss having you in her life and say, I feel like I'm missing something, it's nice to be with you. These days, where social media and digital platforms rule our daily lives, showing off one's life is becoming more and more common. Sharing beautiful pictures or talking about your accomplishments isn't the only way to show off your life. You should also give a real, multifaceted picture of your experiences and beliefs. You can inspire others, make real relationships, and think about your own journey by doing this. Here's how to show off your life in a way that makes a difference. Being real is important. Be honest about what you share. Being real is more powerful than creating a perfect image. Real stories and feelings help people connect with each other, which can lead to stronger bonds and trust. Bring out going up and learning. Talk about both the things that went well and the problems you solved. Sharing your experiences and progress can motivate others and show that you are strong and flexible. It's not just about getting there, it's also about the trip. Honor important milestones. Celebrate your wins, no matter how big or small they are. Sharing a personal or business victory can make you feel better about yourself and inspire others to go after their own goals. Get involved with your audience. Talk to people who are interested in your material. Answer comments, ask for feedback, and start discussions. This not only brings people together, but it also helps you see things from different points of view. Balance both public and private sharing. Parts of your life can be fun, but it's important to keep things in balance. To protect your mental and emotional health, decide what parts of your life you want to keep secret. Setting limits is important for a healthy, long-lasting influence. By showing your life with care, you make a story that is not only interesting, but also helpful for both you and the people who read it. Take advantage of the chance to share your journey, motivate others, and think about how you've grown as a person. Number 4. Ignore her cues. Dating today, in the dance of love. People often use social media to play subtle games to get your attention. For example, if you stop messaging her, creating a quiet space, she might start posting interesting photos or dropping hints about you online to see what you think. This is a classic move, meant to get you to engage with her all the time, according to Stoic philosophy. Here's a strong method. Allow these tries to go through without responding. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to be able to control ourselves and not let outside events affect us. Instead, we should react with good judgment by not clicking on these social media links. You are showing a type of modern stoicism when she posts a beautiful picture from a recent trip or a status update that seems to make a subtle reference to a joke you two share. Your first instinct might be to like or comment, but if you choose not to, you add a sense of mystery and confidence. She's probably waiting for your likes or comments, and if you don't, she might be confused and interested. Your lack of response shows her that you're not just another predictable person. Suitor, you have your own life and aren't just waiting for her to tell you what to do. This move isn't meant to be cold. It's meant to show that direct appeals don't easily catch your attention. It shows that you are grounded and aren't desperately watching what she does on social media. If you're not playing the usual games, you're putting yourself apart and showing that your interest and attention must be earned through real connection, not just surface-level interactions. This can make you seem more interesting and desirable. By showing this restraint, you embody the Stoic idea that we shouldn't let things outside our control bother us, and should instead focus on keeping our inner calm and dignity. This can have a big effect on how she sees you, possibly making her more interested in having a deeper, more genuine conversation with you. Number 5. Share knowledge generously. Giving her something new to learn is a great way to leave a lasting impression and make her miss you. This is in line with Stoic ideas, which value wisdom and sharing knowledge highly. By teaching her something new, you're not only showing that you're smart, but also that you care about making her life better, which are all very attractive traits. If she's interested in a hobby or subject you're really interested in, use this as a chance to teach her something related to it. For example, if you love gardening, you could show her how to plant her first herb garden. If you love the night sky, spend an evening stargazing and telling her about the constellations. This isn't just about teaching. It's also about the encounters and bonds you're building together. When you interact with someone in this way, it shows that you're smart, patient, and able to connect with them on a deeper level. It also shows that you're not just interested in talking about yourself or boring topics. You want to add value and depth to her life. This can make you stand out as someone who makes her days better, and teaching her something new can make the times you spend together memorable. People often remember and miss the times when they learned something important or had an experience that changed them forever. When she associates you with those times of learning and growth, you become more than just another acquaintance. She looks forward to learning from you and spending time with you. This practice also improves your relationships by focusing on mutual growth and understanding instead of shallow exchanges. This builds a stronger relationship and is in line with the Stoic idea of mutual improvement, which can make bonds stronger and make your absence felt more keenly when you're not around. By piquing her interest and creating an environment where learning is a part of your interactions, you become someone she thinks of as interesting and necessary. This thoughtful approach can make her love you more and make your presence something she cherishes and misses. If you've made it this far and are still with us, please leave a comment below to share your thoughts, or just type super if you're enjoying the content. Your feedback is very helpful and keeps us motivated to make more videos. Giving away knowledge freely is a basic idea that encourages growth, new ideas, and a feeling of community. When we share what we know, we help the people around us learn and grow. This practice not only helps other people learn and understand better, but it also makes our own knowledge and skills stronger. We make a place where everyone can do well by encouraging an attitude of openness and kindness. Helps people learn and grow. Sharing what you know helps other people learn new things and get new ideas. It motivates people to keep getting better and grow as people. We all grow when we teach others and improve our own learning at the same time. Helps communities get stronger. Sharing what you know makes relationships stronger and encourages people to work together. It makes people feel like they fit and gives them support in a community or group. Because everyone adds to the pool of knowledge, everyone wins, encourages new ideas. Sharing thoughts and ideas can help you come up with new and creative answers. By sharing knowledge, people from different fields can work together more effectively. It encourages people to be creative and try new things. Adds to good name and trustworthiness. When you share what you know with others, it makes you look like an expert and a reliable source. People will see you as someone who is ready to help and contribute. In the long run, this can lead to more chances and power. Encourages a good and kind mindset. Sharing what you know is a kind thing to do that makes you feel good. People are more likely to share information with others when they are encouraged to do so. This habit can help you feel more satisfied and fulfilled with your life. We can make the world smarter, more connected, and more creative by following the principle of sharing information freely. This practice not only helps other people, but it also makes our own lives and careers better. Number 6. Maintain composure in communication. When she calls you after a time of silence, this is your chance to really live by the Stoic principle of keeping things fair. It's tempting to respond with a lot of excitement, which could give the impression that you've been eagerly awaiting her message. Instead, the Stoic way would be to keep your response measured and calm, showing that while you're happy to hear from her, you're not too dependent on her attention. For example, when she texts you after a while, a simple, "Hey, how's it going?" is a great way to strike the right balance. It's friendly and open without being pushy. This answer shows that you've been busy with your own life, but are still willing to connect. It's important to show that you value the interaction, but that your daily life and happiness are not dependent on her. Communicating this controlled coolness isn't about having fun. It's about showing that you're sure of yourself and confident. Stoicism teaches that outside events, like someone's message or lack thereof, shouldn't mess with our inner peace and happiness. If you react in a calm and uninterested way, you show that you have these traits, which makes you more attractive and interesting. This way of talking to her subtly lets her know that even though you're interested in her, your life is full and interesting on its own. This can be very attractive because it shows that you have depth, resilience, and the ability to enjoy life on your own. These traits often make someone more desirable because they show a depth of character that promises more than just surface-level engagement. Being simple also shows that you respect her as an equal in the conversation and not just someone to be won over. This respectful stance, which comes from Stoic philosophy, often leads to a more genuine and long-lasting interest, keeping her coming back to experience more of your balanced and thoughtful presence. Number 7. Moderate the conversation. In the early stages of any relationship or interaction, there may be a desire to share everything about your day as long as he shows interest, but has a good mindset, maintains the best balance, and avoids when he asks you questions about your day or life. It's okay to stop sharing long enough to keep the conversation going, but don't overwhelm him every nuance. It's not about playing games or being easy. It's about keeping a good balance between you, for example. If he asks how your weekend was always there to explain, you can say, "That's good. You paid and you've read this answer." It's clear enough for you to ask him more questions if he's delving into the topic he wants to get into it. But it shows that his life is full and balanced, without having to explain everything. This way you respect his interests and personally protect your privacy. The quality of the interaction you show that you see more importance than the amount of information shared. It is easy for the Stoic to believe that inner peace comes from the way we handle our reactions and interactions without external validation or change. And also, not being an open book often creates an air of mystery and depth to what people feel drawn to. They don't understand, or don't understand well, because they invite discovery and curiosity. Share details that show you are confident in the value of your own life and that you don't need constant external validation to feel accepted. This can make you more interesting and popular because it shows that you are thoughtful and independent. Enough Life, this strategy also shows that you do not see him as a person who needs to be reported, but as someone who chooses to respect his time and your time and maintain balance. You are more likely to move on and invest in explaining more about improving yourself, increasingly sustainably. Number 8. Cultivate the element of surprise. Stoicism may make you think of calm and steady behavior, but it also teaches you how to use your mind to make life better, including your relationships. One good way to get closer to someone is to add thoughtful gifts to your conversations from time to time. This method isn't just meant to get her excited, it's also meant to show that you care about what she wants and interests her. Think about the power of actions you wouldn't expect. If she said she likes art, surprise her with tickets to a new show at a nearby gallery. If she says she loves nature, plan an impromptu day trip to a nearby nature reserve she hasn't been to yet. These surprises don't have to be big. What matters is that you thought of them and that they made her happy. This keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. Imagine how she'd react when she found out you planned a trip to a place she's always talked about going. The surprise shows that you care about her happiness enough to make it happen. In a modern setting, these actions embody a Stoic principle. While we can't control everything in life, we can control how we contribute to the happiness of those we care about. By planning these surprises, you are actively creating moments of joy and showing that you're invested in enriching the relationship. This not only makes the time you spend together special, but it also makes you someone she misses and thinks about when you're not around. Finally, these surprises reinforce the idea that you are a source of positive uncertainty in her life. This isn't about keeping someone off balance, but rather about adding a layer of depth to how you show your love. Each surprise can be a great part of your story together, pulling you closer together and making her excited for what the future holds with you. In a world where habits are often based on what we know, surprise can be a powerful way to keep our lives and relationships interesting. Surprises can break up routines, make people happy, and make memories that will last a lifetime. They can also be used as a strategic advantage in many areas of life, from personal to business situations. Developing the element of surprise means being open to the unexpected, thinking outside the box, and responding in ways that aren't expected when it matters the most. This lesson will go over 5 important ways to use the power of surprise to make your life and the lives of those around you better. Embrace the unexpected. Allow yourself to be open to experiences and chances that come up out of the blue. Being spontaneous can shake up your routine and add some fun to your life. Example, surprise your family or friends with a last-minute trip or a small, thoughtful gift that has nothing to do with a special event. Don't think inside the box. To explain, being creative is important for making shocks. Try to think of new ways to deal with problems and events. In the workplace, come up with a new idea or answer during a meeting that no one saw coming. This will show that you can think outside the box. The key is timing. The time of a surprise often determines how big of an effect it has. If you know when to pull off a surprise, it will have the most positive effects. Example: plan a surprise party for a loved one at a time when they least expect it and could use a boost in mood the most. Make your surprises unique. Make sure your shocks are tailored to the likes and dislikes of the person or people you are surprising. Surprises are more important and memorable when they have a personal touch. If your friend really likes a certain author, you could surprise them with a signed copy of one of their books. Use surprises to help you plan. It's possible to use surprises strategically in both business and personal settings to get ahead or make relationships stronger. In negotiations, revealing a valuable but unexpected concession can change the situation in your favor and lead to a better result. Developing the factor of surprise can make everyday things seem more interesting and give you an edge in many situations. You can improve your contacts and experiences by being open to the unexpected, thinking creatively, planning your surprises well, making them unique, and using them in a planned way. When used with care, the element of surprise can bring joy, improve relationships, and make memories that last a lifetime. Number 9. Develop a sense of mystery. A little mystery can go a long way in relationships. Just like a good story builds up slowly and keeps the reader interested, so can the story of who you are. This fits well with Stoic teachings, which encourage both self-control and a thoughtful revelation of one's character and virtues over time. Instead of laying all your cards on the table right away, let her discover layers of your personality, talents, and passions bit by bit. For example, you could hint at a painting talent or a past adventure, but save the details for a later conversation. By slowly giving out bits and pieces of information about yourself, each contact is full of new things that could be learned, which makes you more interesting and makes your time together more anticipated. This method of gradual revelation plays on people's natural desire to learn and discover new things. When you share just enough to get her interested, but not so much that there's nothing left to discover, you create an ongoing intrigue. It's like leaving breadcrumbs that lead her through a forest. With each step, her excitement and interest in the journey grow. Keeping some things secret can also help build a respectful space that is often attractive. Stoicism teaches us the value of self-sufficiency and not overwhelming others with our presence or personal disclosures. By keeping some things close to your chest, you communicate that you are someone with depth not easily deciphered at a glance. This can make her feel more drawn to learn about you, fostering a sense of engagement that isn't easily replicated. For example, perhaps on one date, you casually mention an interest in astronomy. Let that sit until she brings it up again, and then perhaps plan a date where you both can stargaze and you can share more about this passion. This kind of thoughtful paced sharing shows that you are not only interesting but also considerate in how you share yourself with others. This strategic restraint makes each encounter with you a chance to peel back another layer of the onion, so to speak. Each time she learns something new about you, it enhances her image of you and makes the times you're apart filled with a sweet anticipation for what more there is to learn. This is how you can weave your presence into her thoughts, making her miss you more with each parting and eagerly await what surprises you might reveal next. Number 10. Foster humility and engagement. It's easy to get caught up in the me syndrome, where you talk too much about yourself and your accomplishments. But Stoicism teaches humility and the value of listening, which are both important for building a relationship where both partners feel valued. When you're talking to her, try to find a balance between telling her about your own experiences and genuinely interested in hers. You don't want to take over the conversation. You want to have a meaningful exchange where both of you feel heard and valued. For example, if you just told her about your recent hiking trip, ask her about her own outdoor adventures or interests. This shows that you value her opinion and are interested in her as a person, not just as someone who listens to your stories. As a good listener, you show that you are attentive and respect her experiences and thoughts, which is a Stoic ideal. This makes the time she spends with you more memorable and fulfilling, leaving a lasting impression that she'll miss when you're not around. Additionally, by not being too self-centered, you become more attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel valued and respected. When she thinks back on her interactions with you, she'll remember how you made her feel, which are qualities that are very attractive. This practice of mutual engagement also leads to a deeper connection. When you show interest in her life, she's more likely to open up and share more personal stories, which builds intimacy and trust. These are the moments she'll remember fondly. Miss, because they show that you can connect with her on a deeper level than just talking about yourself. By taking a more serious approach and focusing on not only expressing yourself, but also understanding and valuing her, you become someone she not only enjoys spending time with, but also looks forward to seeing again. This makes your presence something she cherishes and misses, strengthening your bond every time you meet. In our fast-paced, goal-oriented culture, the desire for personal success and praise often takes precedence over humility. But encouraging humility and participation is important for growing as a person, making connections that matter, and making a good difference in the lives of those around us. When we're humble, we can see our flaws and learn from others. When we're engaged, we feel more connected to our surroundings and the people in our lives. It is possible to live a more healthy, satisfying, and peaceful life by being humble and interacting with the world. Be aware of your limitations. Understanding, know that nobody knows everything and that you can always grow and get better. Application. Be gracious when you receive constructive feedback and use it to help you get better. When you admit that you don't know something, you can find ways to learn it. Pay attention, listen more than you speak in order to get more out of talks. This shows that you care about and are open to other people's points of view. Useful. To practice active listening, keep eye contact, nod, and summarize what the other person said before you answer. This shows that you are genuinely interested and involved. Ask for feedback. Meaning, ask for feedback from peers, teachers, and even subordinates. That shows you are humble and want to grow as a person and in your career. Use. Ask for feedback on your behavior and achievement on a regular basis. Use this feedback to make the changes and improvements that are needed. Celebrate the successes of others. Explain. Be genuinely happy and proud of other people's successes. This shows that you are humble and don't want to be competitive or envious. Encourage your friends and family to be proud of their accomplishments, no matter how big or small. Tell others about their accomplishments and talk about how their success has helped the team or neighborhood. Get involved in your neighborhood. Take part in activities in your neighborhood and support causes that matter to you. This helps people feel like they fit and are connected. Apply. Give your time and skills to local causes or groups by volunteering. Participate in events in your neighborhood and work on projects that help other people. Being humble and involved is a great way to make your life and the lives of those around you better. You can live a more balanced, connected, and satisfying life by being honest about your flaws, actively listening, asking for feedback, celebrating the successes of others, and getting involved in your community. These habits not only help you grow as a person, but they also make the surroundings more supportive and cooperative, which is good for everyone. Number 11. Ignite some positive jealousy. Jealousy can be a subtle reminder of how valuable you are in the social marketplace, but it should be handled with care and precision, just like anything else strong. This fits with Stoic ideas about keeping control of our actions and using them to show our self-respect and dignity. It's about showing, not telling, that your life is full and satisfying with or without her, which can naturally make her more interested. For example, let's say you're out having a great time with your friends and decide to post a photo on social media. In the photo you're laughing, the scene looks friendly, and subtly included in the group is a female friend. The key here is subtlety. It's not a provocative pose, it's just a snapshot of a good time with friends. By tagging your friend every once in a while, it naturally sparks her interest without crossing any lines. This method isn't meant to make her think you're interested in her or make her feel bad. Instead, it's meant to show that you're a person that people, including women, like being around. This can make her see you in a new way as someone who is wanted and desired, which can make her more interested in you. It's a gentle way to remind her that you are liked, and if she's really interested, she might be more likely to see what she values in you. However, the Stoic approach would warn her not to use jealousy as her main strategy. Stoicism teaches us to build relationships based on mutual respect and understanding, not manipulation. Because of this strategy should only be used rarely and always with the goal of being honest and true to oneself. It's not about playing games, it's about showing that you value others, which is a natural way to attract them. This way also gives her a deeper understanding of how you interact with other people. It makes you seem like a valuable person, which makes you more attractive. The slight mystery about who these other friends are and what they like about you keeps you interesting in her eyes and may make her more eager to find out how she fits into your life. This isn't about making her compete. It's about showing her that your world is full and exciting and inviting her to be a part of it. In conclusion, mastering the art of making her miss you depends not only on what you do, but also on how you do it. Adding some Stoic knowledge, this way of thinking stresses how important it is to keep your cool and be balanced when dealing with relationships. True attraction comes from a place of self-confidence and calmness, not from a sense of urgency or desperation. It's important to know that desperation can be seen from a distance and often turns people off instead of attracting them. By projecting confidence and maintaining a calm demeanor, you boost your allure and increase your chances of making a real connection. Take a moment to think about how these methods fit with the Stoic idea of keeping your emotions in check and your interactions balanced. Leave a comment below with the word agree to let us know that these ideas hit home for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this. Sharing this video helps other people find these techniques useful, and subscribing makes sure you don't miss any new videos. Join the conversation in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Thanks for watching. For more interesting topics, check out the video that's recommending it on your screen. I'll see you soon.